Welcome back to SkyFactory 4, and today we're going to get started with a few of the miscellaneous quests, starting with, I think, which I love crafting this in every pack that it's in, the anvil and a cow method of creating infinite milk. So what we actually need to do for this is create a milk jug, and let's just put that away in the system. Sorry, a milk jar, even not a milk jug. Milk jar? Yes. Milk jar, and you can just shift click that in. It's just a bucket of milk with some planks and some milk. However, it is not good by itself. It's just provides milk to recipes. So you're going to need to put that somewhere like here, for example. And then we're going to need an anvil to compress this whole thing. So anvil. And do we have any blocks of iron? No, we don't. So let's just make 3. And then we'll make an anvil. Okay. And then we need a cow. We can pick up cows. Yep. It's hilarious that you can pick up cows like this. The cow does not mind, honestly. And we're just going to point said cow down. Nope. You're going in there. There you are. Cow's perfectly happy in there. And he's even happier now. Okay. So cow is happy. Cow is home in a nice... there we go. In a nice jug of milk, basically, or jar of milk. Cow in a jar. So if you put this somewhere, it will just continually fill up with milk. I don't really have any like countertops anywhere for like the Pam's Harvest Craft kitchen for now. Let me just put it down from there. It will actually fill up over time. You can see it's filling at the top of the screen with milk. And once that gets to a decent amount, you'll see it start filling up around the cow. Poor cow looks like it's drowning its own milk. That seems like a physical impossibility, but it's perfectly fine in there. It doesn't ever run out, so that's good. So we've got the cow in a jar, and then there's a few other things we can actually get started. So there is magic beans, I guess. Hydrogel in the place that takes the place of water in the middle of your farm. What does it actually take to make hydrogel? Hydrogel. Anything easy? That does look fairly easy. Let's just give it a go. Hydrogel. Is it specifically slime balls? That kind? The green kind? Can we convert across from something else? We can't make that yet. Loop fabricator. Twilight swamp. Pristine slime matter. No. Can't do any of that. Can we get that? Yes, we can do it this way. Good. So that just means then I need a bucket, which I can craft easily. There we go. And that just needs some water in it. So let's go and just grab some water. Okay. And then are we done? Hydrogel. Yes, hydrogel block. We get our bucket back, which is perfectly fine. But that lets me just go and put a replacement down for this. There we go. Okay, so we shouldn't have the whole water pillar. That should actually dry up pretty soon before it heads down there. And well, maybe squids will. No, squids won't spawn anymore. That's fine. We'll sort that out later as far as squids are concerned. But for now, that should dry up. Anyway, moving on with the quests. Let's bringing this in. So we've got some trees left to go. Netherrack, sapling, ardite, cobalt, cookie, and glowstone. I already had a glowstone sapling. I'm almost sure I did. Glowstone sapling. Yes, I should get a quest for that, please. It's right here. Yes, I did. Okay, good. I'm not quite sure I didn't count the first time. However, that leaves 4 left. So I need netherrack, cookie saplings, ardite, and cobalt. Let's just check what cookie saplings actually take, because that's going to be a non-standard if anything. So it's just cookie acorns or a jungle sapling, fine. But if we don't have one of those, we don't have the cookie acorns, that is, we need cookies, sugar, and a jungle sapling. We can get jungle saplings from the market directly or via clay saplings, etc. So sugar and cookies. Cookies being just wheat and cocoa beans. Do I have cocoa beans? It comes off a jungle sapling, so I should already have some cocoa beans. So let's just grab this. Yep, we have cookies. Good. And then we can use this, presumably, yep, to get a cookie sapling. Good, easy to do. That leaves netherrack, ardite, and cobalt. Let's just take a quick look. Do I already have a netherrack sapling? Netherrack? No, it doesn't look like I do. I'll just quickly check through those recipes. If they're just normal, then I'll go ahead and craft them. Otherwise, I'll bring you back to show them so you how to do them. And yes, the Ardite and Cobalt unfortunately do actually need Ardite and Cobalt. We can't get to them from a previous metal, so we got to go and get those. And to get those is in the Nether, obviously. However, my diamond pickaxe Paxel certainly won't cut it. So we should probably at least do the Tinker's Construct stuff, shouldn't we? It's probably about time in the pack anyway. We can get away with just diamond stuff for so long. Let's just put down a couple more things. There we go. Just a bit of room. Okay, and that leaves me space to just use my usual stuff. So we can make a crafting table with a blank pattern and get our tool station. We're going to want presumably a log along with a pattern for our part builder. We're going to need, some planks. That's another one. So I want one plank and a pattern. Yeah. There we go. Stencil table, and then we want a chest. Again with another pattern. So that should solve that one. And we have a tool station, but what's the forge like? Tool forge? Tool forge. That just needs seared bricks from seared stone, which we can cast out from grout to actually get seared stone if we want the upgrade. And the upgrade gets us to things like hammers and all kinds of other advanced tools. We're not going to worry about it to start off with. To start off with, we can just leave it like this. So I'm just going to put these down. Stencil table on the left, methinks. Yep. And then a pot builder. I'll just put the pattern chest there for now, and the tool station, and we'll leave room for something else. So we're going to want to create a few stencils, and we should certainly go for a pickaxe head pattern. We're going to be casting stone and then using the stone to then cast in various metals. So that will do well. We should probably make a paxel at some point anyway, so I should probably pick up the shovel head pattern and indeed the axe head pattern. The tool rod, and the simple binding, the binding pattern. That'll do. So pattern chest, they can all go in there. This lets me build anything I want with this. For example, we're just going to build something very cheap. Stone pickaxe head, and then we should probably do the same thing with others. So stone axe head pattern, then we'll be able to cast those out. Same thing with shovel, because we're going to use gold to cast them. Binding and tool rod, yes, you're probably going to need them eventually, but to get started with, we'll stick with the basic tools. And we're just going to get rid of you for a second, and then we'll cast some of these out. So we're going to want gold as before. So let's just get some gold out of our system. We don't have too much of it, but enough to get started with this at least. And let's put 3 in. It's probably going to need more than that, but let's cast these out. And then I guess, did we get any Tinker's Construct books? Did I not get given any? No. Okay, can I remember the Tinker's Construct books called? Tinker. It's like Alloys and You or something like that. I can never remember the name of it. Alloys. Nope. Alloy. Nope. Fine, I need to go and find the name of it. There we go. We've got a porcelain casting table full of our relevant cast. And we have 1 ingot in there. So yeah, take that out. And we'll do the same thing with the other 2, but I won't leave them on camera. And it's materials and you, not alloys and you. Yeah, that was close enough. So we got a book. We just need the materials and you. So materials and you. It's going to be a book and something else. This book and a pattern, which is what you might expect. There we go. So let's put those both in crafting grid. And there we go. So we should get instructions for various different things. So tool materials, what we're actually looking for is a head material that will be able to take out cobalt, or be able to use, basically harvest cobalt. So I need to look through here until we get that kind of mining level. We already have this Paxel, this mining level diamond, so we already know we need something better than diamond. which means it's probably going to be obsidian. That's the easiest, I think, way to get to mining level cobalt. Unless there's anything above that, because I don't see alamite, which was the old way of doing things in the 1.7. So we have end stone, I guess. Prismarine, paper, sponge, paper for the binding to get more loads of modifiers, etc. And you can swap things in and out these days with Tinker's Construct anyway. Again, iron is only diamond level, so that's out. Night slime, we don't. Well, night slime, yeah, not too concerned with just yet. And then we're into cobalt and ardite. So yeah, obsidian is the first thing here. We should be able to melt it down using our existing, let's just get those cast, using our existing setup, I think, unless it needs something hotter than lava. Although, since it's made of lava, you'd expect that to be fine. So let's just get a few obsidian, and let's just cast this out for a second, just while I'm setting that up. And can the obsidian be melted? It looks like it can, unless that runs out when it gets to the top. So let's try and cast out, unless obsidian can actually just be used directly. If it can, that's a shortcut. It can. Okay, I'm just going to switch that out. We're going to get an obsidian pickaxe head. I want that back. I don't want to use, well, we get infinite lava, but it doesn't really much matter. Yeah, so I don't need anything else there. I'm going to want a binding pattern. It doesn't much matter what we make this out of, just because this is only very, very temporary. We're going to replace it with a cobalt one pretty quickly. So we can just replace the head once we have it, which means I can probably just get some paper. We got some paper in the system? Paper? Yes, we do. So let's just make paper binding and something like a wooden tool rod. You can even usually use a stick. I'm not sure if sticks are supported in this pack. Let's give them a try anyway. And if not, we can always convert them over. So paper binding, and then we don't need to worry about the last one, hopefully. Well, hopefully, yeah. Let's just go for a pickaxe. So paper. We can't use a stick. Of course not. I just want this thing here then. Let's just craft a... it takes 2 sticks. Okay. So we want the pickaxe. And this has a mining level cobalt. Good, exactly what we want. Fine, and let's just call it something obsidian pick. Good enough. Off to the nether we go, and to get some resources. So let's just put the rest of this in our system. And I'm not going to bother taking the shield. I'm going to avoid all mobs over there. Let's just put all the rest of this stuff away and put my casts away, and we should be okay to go. So I'll see you once I've got a little bit of cobalt and ardite in the nether. Okay, so I found some. Ardite all seems to be the odd one. I also find it hard to spot, perhaps because it blends in a lot more than cobalt. For example, there's some cobalt down there, and there's some at the end of that bridge right there. So we don't have a problem getting cobalt. We do, however, have more of a problem getting ardite. So I should have brought the building gadget. That actually would be a lot easier to get stuff out of the to get bridges built, I should say. But yeah, I came over here manually. I forgot about the building gadget. Yeah. So here we are, and there is some ardite. So can we actually harvest it? Let's hope. Yep, looks like we can. And let me just put down a little bit more cobblestone, just in case it jumps away and just goes to a different block. It shouldn't do, but yeah, let's go for it. So ardite it is. There we go. Good. And the ardite will then let us make the ardite saplings. And same thing with the cobalt saplings. We shouldn't have any problems. I think it's the same mining level that you need for both. And do we? Oh, we don't have our excavation, do we? Such a shame. We can spend prestige points on it, but by the time we actually get the prestige points, we don't actually need it anymore. So yeah, I'm not so much a fan of the prestige so far. It has a chance to prove me wrong. It has a chance to prove me wrong. All right, so I'm going to go and get to the cobalt, which is easy enough to get, and I'll see you back at the base. And to turn the ardite, which is just casting out now, into an ardite sapling, you need to put it in with the magma slime sapling and pour it over, and that will get you the ardite sapling, which of course you can then go and try and find a space. Yep, it can go in there, and it is growing just fine. That will give you Ardite continually, good, or the Ardite Amber equivalent, the 2 ingredients for the Ardite Amber. So now I need to just go back and get the Cobalt, which I'll do off camera, except for the fact that I just want to show the building gadget in that you can just decide to just build bridges that way, and that will be really easy to get wide, safe bridges compared to the old backwards holding shift, trying not to fall off method. And the same process for the Cobalt onto a purple slime sapling. That should give us a Cobalt sapling. I'm just going to grab you and you, although it may get caught by the hopper. I'm just going to go to this side because that side's full with iron at the moment. And what I actually want to do with this is I'm going to be casting out some seared stone. So let's just put in 3 of those. I just want to upgrade this to the tool forge. So that should do the job. And there's my Cobalt sapling. I don't think I have any spare slots left for this though, unless I've got some iron growing somewhere. So I should probably... I'm probably not going to need that all that much. Cottonwood I probably will need. Mineral sapling and jungle sapling. Well, I'm not going to need the jungle sapling, I don't think, longer term. Let's just take that up for now. There we go. Pop it back down and let's just shift that to Cobalt, just so I've got a healthy supply of Cobalt, really, more than anything else. There we go. And where is my Cobalt sapling? Okay, fine. That can go away, and we can always come back to the jungle saplings later. So that means I just need to get to the grout cast out. That's in seared stone, so we can pour it into here. And we can use the same thing to sort of get ourselves towards smeltery. That needs 4 seared stone per, so I'm just going to dump all of this in here. 16, so that will give me 4 seared stone blocks, and the tool forge was 3, was it? It's 3, and the tool station and 4 blocks of iron. Of course, blocks of iron are easy enough to make, so let's just make 4 of those in anticipation, and that we can wait for that all to cast out. I don't have an auto casting thing on this front side. No, I don't. Slightly annoying. Just move this, I guess. Okay, and where's this there? So you can go in, and then my lever. The settings for this probably are going to be off because this is more for ingots, but we can turn that on. Requires redstone, and that should start coming out. Yep, we got some there. That's 2, and we just need 1 more. And with all the saplings done, we can now look at the nothing really mattocks. Craft any Tinker's Construct mattock. So we don't really care which one this actually is. In our case, we're going to go for the obsidian one. Just gets us the quest done. To help with farming, of course, we've already got that Paxel for farming, so it shouldn't matter that much about that. So diagonal fences from Fence Overhaul. So that should be simple enough to craft. Fence. Let's just go for, let's craft it this way. Diagonal fence. Diagonal oak fence. That should do the job. Any of them. Yep, diagonally. Reference. We've got to get all the animal seeds, but that's something else entirely. 6 sprinkler, so we need a cyclic sprinkler. Is that straightforward to do? Cyclic sprinkler? Cyclic... No, it's a building scepter, so let's just go for a sprinkler then. Yeah, should be straightforward. Bone blocks. It needs a bucket of water, doesn't it? Okay, bucket. And we've got some water around somewhere. Yep. So sprinkler should be done with that. Yep. And then magic beans. Some magic beans. What does that actually take to craft? Straightforward. So we can just do that. And that grow to harvest random junk and treasure. Normally it's not really worthwhile. I did that in stone block. You didn't really get all that much good stuff out of it, but maybe it's different in this one. I guess we can always put it down and see if that's worthwhile. So where's that mattock? There we go. So why don't we just put down a couple of these, and you basically harvest them when they're full. So there's nothing excessively unusual about that. There we go. Let's put 4 of them down. And then we're through quite a lot of this. So Ender Seeds. Ender Seed. Enderman Seeds. But Ender Seeds, we're going to need... Oh, we're going to need to go and harvest a few Endermen, I think, because I don't think I have enough Ender Pearls for this. Let's check. Yeah, I have 1. So I'm going to need 3 more, which needs me to go and craft another endstone or 2, which is, I think, just lava. Yeah, it is just lava on top of glowstone. And that's something that's fairly straightforward for us to do over here, because we've got lava basically on top of glowstone. So glowstone, how much of it do I have? Not very much, but we should be able to craft more of it. Yep. So if I want some more endstone, I can just, let's put 11 through. That'll automatically get dropped back into our system. So I shouldn't need to do anything at this point, I don't think. That should just craft up. Yep, and that should then be in our system. So let's just look up endstone. Yep, so we've got that. Fine. Enderman Seed. And then we've got to go and do the usual thing over here and see whether that grows. Okay, so we will just grab some bone meal. And we should be ready. Ooh, actually, just need to knock that torch out for a second. There we go. And we can grow more. Okay, Ender Seeds. Now we have those available. Plant on farmland or tilled endstone. Okay, so tilled endstone I've not tried before. Let's actually just give that a go. Endstone. I'm not sure if it has any water requirements, but we'll put it near our other crops for now. And then what I want to do is just see if it is affected by our watering can. So let's just till endstone. Okay, and plant them. Growth 0%. Watering can. Will you be affecting this? Looks like you are. That's nice. Okay. So if you're going to affect it, maybe this sprinkler. It says place over water. I wonder if it'll actually work on top of a hydrogel block. That would be interesting. Looks like no. Which is just a shame because the quest line also tells us to craft the hydrogel block. Anyway, and that gets us, presumably, ender pearls. Good. We're going to want to automate that pretty quickly. I don't want to have to stand here with a watering can. And since it was right next to the magic beans, I may as well have actually just get the rest of them harvested. So we've got all kinds of different stuff that's just appearing. I've got most of it, so I don't need to actually worry too much about this. The rose bushes are quite nice because rose red is quite useful. So, and I've got 14 ender pearls just by doing it manually at least to get started. So with that start, we can then swap over the tool station with something a little bit better. Now that we have these 4-seared stone. I don't need 3, but that's not a problem. So tool forge. And there we go. So 1 tool forge. That'll unlock the rest of Tinker's quite handily. There we go. So we have all the usual Tinker's tools that we have available, as well as making various kinds of weapons. So that'll become useful in future. So now we are through this tab, except for all of these. So yes, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do those. Well, I'm not going to do those on camera. If there's anything in particular that we should go for in here, let me know in the comments down below. There are some sort of passive mobs that might be useful. In fact, horse seed may be one of them, because there was an automation that we can do with the grinder. You see over here, I have this grinder. This can be automated with a horse, and I've done that before in SevTech Ages, which is a nice way of doing it. It has to be moved up 1 block. And we have to prepare a path for the horse or something along those lines. But yeah, you get the idea. We can just put a block down. Doesn't matter what. Let's just grab some cobble for now. I think it has to be at least that level, if not higher. But yeah, and then you can put a hopper on top. Like this. And obviously the block underneath could probably be a hopper as well, to be honest, I think. go. And then stuff can be fed in there. But we need a horse to actually do that. So why don't we take a look at what the horse seed actually needs. That's one of those. So horse seed for early automation. Skeleton horse seed. Skeleton seeds. Do I have any skeleton seeds? Well, I can make skeleton seeds. Might be worth seeing what a skeleton horse actually looks like. And a leash or something along those kind of lines. Is it a leash? Bridle? It's something that you lead a horse by, and I'm running out of options. What names would you call them? Let's just have a look. What's that? That grinder mob? Presumably it'll be in the same thing. So horsepower. Let's have a look. Horsepower. Oh, there's a horse grindstone. Okay, so it's a different grindstone. We'll need to craft that. A 7x7 and 2 blocks high area is needed. The grindstone needs to play 1 block in the middle. Yep, that will lead. Okay, a lead. Fine. Do we have a lead available? 2 leads. We can make them with string. Okay. All on that, a string. I need to make more string. Anything easy? I thought I had a cottonwood sapling. Oh, it's only a 4% chance of getting string. Well, we're going to have to craft that some other way, and that needs to be done fairly soon. We can just get cottonwood leaves and they'll dry straight into string. That's fine. But for now, we can actually craft the horse grindstone itself. We just don't really have the ability to... Let's just get rid of you for a moment. To grab the horse whenever I grow it. So why don't I just put this down? Hopefully the skeleton horse is not... he's not going to be aggressive. But we'll be able to grow it. I guess... do I have any bone meal? Let's just try bone meal. Bone meal. Please don't attack me. I realise you're a skeleton horse, but speed 0.2. That seems low. Yeah. So horses obviously have random stats, so we need to go and try and make one that's faster than that. In any case, is it also going to take damage during the day? That would be horrible if so. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. So that's fine. I need to go and craft some more string. Back in a minute. Okay, here we go. So we have our lead available. Let's see whether that will... Can we use this on our horse? Maybe not. No? You're not liking it. You can get closed. Fine, let's go for the regular horse seeds then. Okay, let's see if that actually craft. It may only be that they may only grow, or they may only be attachable to the regular horse seeds, but we'll give it a try. We need some leather. That's going to be interesting. Do we have any leather? We can just dry steak or fish of any kind. Any way of getting this rotten flesh can be used in a drying basin. So how about a drying basin? The drying basin lets us get the leather pretty quickly, and we're able to get a horse which does attach perfectly fine to our lead, which we can then click onto here. And the horse, I think, from that point onwards is attached. So we actually do need to put something here to do that. So let's just go to the Grindstone Recipes. What can we use this for? That we have available. We can craft any of this stuff anyway. Beetroot can go into rose red. That's what we used it originally for. So let's just try that. If we have any beetroot. We do have a couple. And let's just try putting this in with a hopper into the side. And then if we can just grab a hopper back out again to a chest. Let's just grab a chest. We can obviously export this straight into the system, but that's absolutely fine as well. One chest. You can go... I'm going to put it on this side, actually. There we go. And then can I load you into here? Will you automatically start? You will. Okay, and our horse is going to start circling. And it will grow up, but this is 0.28, so it's a 2.8 speed. I'm not sure what actual speed they go up to, but this seems pretty fast. And let's see, it's already process 1. So that is early automation with horses. Very straightforward, but it's quite easy to use. And sorry, but okay. Skeleton horse is gone. Fine. Okay, so what do we have left? We have just the rest of these, and I'm not going to do this on camera, so I'm going to leave this around this part of the episode just fine. I need to go and craft a lot of those. Hopefully, a lot of them will be simple. If there's anything that I need to show you, I'll obviously show you next episode. But we're pretty much done with that entire first category, this entire category of age of farming. Age enhancement, we can probably grab this stuff as we go forward through the series. And again, Age of Power, we'll come back to next episode with more mechanism. I did get started with mechanism. That gives us obviously a free furnace, but we have furnaces already. And I have converted over some of this enriched alloy, so that will become useful in future for various different things. It's used pretty much in everything in mechanism. Speed upgrades are a good case in point, and that will do perfectly well. Muffling upgrade is useful, but in this pack, it seems like the volume of the mechanism machines is actually quite low by default. Normally, it's quite high and annoying, so we will get to that one. And then various different tools for doing stuff, but we'll get to that again next episode. And we can upgrade them into reinforced alloy, but we'll get there. The main thing is we have this metallurgic infuser, and we have power. And automated horses. Oh, I did want to just briefly mention easy early game drying rack automation is just put hoppers onto the top of the drying racks. Yes, they do work perfectly fine. And then I've put all these hoppers on here straight into this one, which goes down. I could just use proper pipe work in this particular case because we're now to the point where we have any item extraction cables. However, it's easy to do with hoppers as well. And you just load these in with, good stack in the top, and you'll get string automatically out of that. This is cottonwood leaves, so it'll just produce lots and lots of string. Don't need to do anything else. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this episode. Got a lot of the saplings done. We now have cobalt and ardite available, which means the age-old debate: what are the best tools in Tinker's Construct? That's right, yeah, just to get everyone started with stuff that they're really going to hate. So ardite amber we can just craft, and that will work. We should just be able to smelt that. Yeah, smelt it straight into ardite itself. We can put it through a melter of some kind. Does it actually get us any more? Does that get us any more than we normally would? It does get us 2 ingots by going through a melter. So we want to unlock and go into smelteries. I think I'm sort of fed up with using this. I would like a full Tinker's Construct smeltery. Does that actually need prestige though? Or are we okay without prestige? Yeah. It takes 6 prestige to get a Tinker's Construct smeltery. That's unreasonable. It's unreasonable that you can't get that until you've got 6 prestige points, because 6 prestige points is punishing. It means basically you have to get 6 of these entire tabs unlocked, and there's only 7. So, there's that power box. So we're going to have to get to the power box. Again, usual reminder of what we need to actually get to that is basically more mechanism stuff. We're already on the way to that one. Bibliocraft hopefully should be, yeah, that's trivial. Everything else is fine, apart from the space-time equalizer. So is there any quick way for us to get to that in future? Space-time equalizer involves a space-time equalizer. That's a circular crafting recipe. So here we are. We need 2 ender pearls. We've got those. We've got a plant now, and we can get more plants easily because 4 ender pearls, that gets us a second plant. So once we have a block able to farm them, it's easy. Heisenberg compensator. Isolinear circuits. Someone's been watching Star Trek. Yes, I guess. Dilithium crystals. And someone's really been watching Star Trek. And that is all from resource hogs. So I think next episode we're going to get into resource hogs. It seems like the only way to get those seems to be that. So I'll get a platform created. We need titanium. So we're Star Trek in one pack. Oh dear. Yes, titanium ore. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of stuff for us to craft, and that seems to be fairly reasonable. Is there any way for us to? Yeah, it is actually fairly reasonable. We need to find a way to get tritanium. Is that via some kind of sapling, or is that also going to be by hogs? That's by agriculture. We're not going to have that yet. Any way to get it? Yeah, it is. It's also resource hogs. So we'll have to figure out how to get that particular kind of resource hog. And resource hogs. So there are lots of them. And we need to craft them. So we can craft them with the various different buckets. We saw that previously in the first tab. So I think we already have a bucket of mud. So if we just grab here, yeah, bucket of mud. So sand and cobblestone. And I use on a pig to convert into a resource hog. So if we just grab this and just demonstrate it, if I just get another fence for a second, fence, just to close this out, and a fence gate, yeah, there we go. So if we convert over these pigs into resource pigs, there we go. We should be able to grab one from here, yep, put it in here. And cobblestone. Okay, so cobblestone pig. Yep, it needs dirt. It can't dig here. It needs a dirt block. So that's going to be a bit annoying with the fact that this is grass, because grass will spread to dirt. So yeah, let's leave you there for the moment. We could kill it to get cobblestone bacon, but I'm not really going to need cobblestone bacon. What we should probably do is just replace the outer blocks with stone, and then we can replace the one with the middle with dirt. However, this is just like a breeding pen. I'm not going to actually set it up here. I think what I'm going to do, unless they need access to the sky, I'm going to create a whole array of these little, as the smallest pens I can get, basically one block in the middle, and then a gate, not here, but here. So it's going to be a 3x3, and then stack them, or put them in a long line and then stack them upwards. So we should end up with a wall of pigs. In fact, that's going to be the episode title for next episode, Wall of Pigs. Yeah. So we'll hopefully see you then for that. And thanks a lot for watching, as always, guys. So if you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe, share as you normally would. Leave comments for the players, especially with hints and tips. And we'll see you next episode for some truffles, I guess. Thanks for watching.